Dear, dear mama, are you going through a rough time having a breakup as a mother in these already weird lockdown slash social distancing times? Watch this video because I will share with you how to heal your heart.
Your intuition is your golden whisper and guide you to your inner light. Bohemian Dreams.
Hi and welcome to Bohemian Dreams. My name is Debby. I am a holistic mama coach and I'm here to make you stretch yourself and show you who you truly are. In this video, I will share with you about my recent breakup and how I came to see that as a blessing in disguise. In the end, I will share with you how you can do this too if you're in the same situationship as I was, and I want you to know that you can take as long as you need to heal your heart from all the hurt, because this too shall pass, and you know that. It's me breaking into this video that I'm actually editing. So I'm gonna split it in two parts. The first part is gonna be about how I went from breakup to breakthrough, and then the next video will be about how to heal your heart from a heartbreak as a mom. I have mentioned before in this video that relations end the same way they begin. Already at our dating stages, we set a pattern. I was waiting for him to show up, and this pattern along the course of our relationship was the same. But already when we were dating, he was not able to choose me, and this is not blaming, but that's the situation as it was. And I wanted to be chosen by this person so badly that I even gave up nights at home with my toddler for going to a party and drink far beyond my own standards so he would see me. So he was just not able to meet me on my level then already. He was not able to meet me on the level that I was looking for. If you're watching this and you're a mom like me, your children are your biggest boundary. I had been mothering my daughter Luna for 2.5 years alone at the point when I met my ex-partner. And so I had to grow up pretty fast. I had to take responsibilities. And of course, doing this alone was a full-on switch of my life back then. And he was not ready to carry this responsibility. But what attracted me so much, I think, was the fact that he was helping me release my wild woman. He literally could tell me, you know, you're not only a mom, you're not only a good girl, I want to see the real you. Yeah, that really tempted me to loosen up and to feel like I was really allowed to be the not so perfect mom. But on the other hand, this good girl, this mother side, which I had grown into so much over the past couple of years, wasn't really seen. It wasn't really there. It was like I was just there for the fun, and as soon as this fun part caught up on me and I started feeling like I wasn't giving myself or my daughter enough credit, my needs and my desires and my expectations were not seen or heard, let alone catered to. And so I was also asking him to be someone that he really could not be, at least not with me, not in this moment of our lives together. But I am so grateful for this breakup, because it was the motive for me to integrate my wild woman into my whole being and start to see the truth of my reality, my worthiness, my enoughness, my deservingness of receiving the support that I am actually receiving nowadays, 5 months later, in my new house, in my new life. I truly believe our partners mirror us. And as I realized that the more my partner was unavailable to me, the more I abandoned myself. I realized I was settling for long-term instability when I saw that I chose a partner who was not willing to heal and grow together. And it's really hard when already you're in a vulnerable situation as a mother because you have a child witnessing the evolvement of your relationship. So you want to make the right choice. You don't just want to give up, but you have an example to set for your child. You want them to feel safe as well. It's so hard to break up with someone you thought you would grow old with, who would father your child, who you would travel the world with. And I'm very sure that this man will continue to walk his path to help women awaken to their wound of unworthiness, so that they too can liberate themselves. I really think he was meant to break the rules so I could break my own. A lot of times breakups are seen as something final. It's like someone who you was before this relationship, someone during this relationship, and someone you are now after this relationship. But for some relationships, the breakups are not that final. There's like not one single breaking point. There's like several breaking points and going back and forth. And it's a very toxic, unhealthy dynamic. And yes, life is full of cycles. So we have birth and death and the seasons and day and night and cold and the heat. A relationship will continue to grow and change, and I don't believe it ends the love, because the container for the relationship might be gone, but the love is always there, because the love is a part of you, and this relationship will continue to serve its purpose even now the relationship has ended, because it sums up to your growth, it sums up to your being. You are forever going to carry with you the lessons that you have learned through and from this relationship. And so it's an ever changing, evolving element in your life. And if you, instead of, going back to it in your mind and analyzing and looking for answers, you take what has summed up from this relationship and look forward, implementing and integrating the lessons that you have learned or are about to learn from this breakup, that's where you're going to rise and heal and grow. And you have this fertile container for your growth, giving it to yourself while you couldn't get it in the relationship. Now, my last breakup has been a death and rebirth to the core of my being. I can tell you that. And I talk a lot about the journey from daughter to mother in my book, Mother Medicine, as well. I will put the link here. But in that book, I talk a lot about the relationships that have been in my life. And it's very clear that there is a pattern to heal. It's the shadow work that only we ourselves can carry out. Now, what happened in a nutshell in this relationship, without going into detail, is that I was infatuated with an illusion. I was expending so much mental, physical, and emotional energy thinking about this person that I completely forgot about myself. And I thought that being in control of this situationship, like, okay, now things are calm, things are clear, we know what we're up to, we love each other, we have a home. I thought that this was love, but then always the highs were followed up with an extreme low. And this was like a true love addiction that wasn't really heading anywhere. I truly believed that I could love someone into loving me, and that the pain I felt was just as deep as the love that I felt for this person. And I was in pain so deeply that I lost my physical, my mental, and my emotional health and stability during the lockdown. I constantly felt rejected, and at the same time, I was hooked on seeking his approval, and I wanted him to see the truth of me. I couldn't believe, I was in full disbelief that the one who loved me could make me feel so rejected. So I continued to enter in conversation and try to fix things, and a never-ending emotional whirlwind. This relationship really threw a light on where I'm expending energy at the cost of myself. But I'm so glad that I did, because it showed me an opportunity to learn and heal and grow from. So I can make positive changes. I am now responsible and accountable for my own happiness. And I have been working on that a lot also before this relationship, why it was clear to me pretty fast that I needed to go out of this dynamic to find my own health again. As I said, patterns come in cycles. Life comes in cycles. If you find yourself in a situationship that runs counter to what you really want, it means that you're committed to settle your own beliefs about your worthiness, about love, about the way relationships look like. And if you're a little self-conscious, it's pretty sad to see the human mind being so attached to a certain outcome, because you're witnessing the breakdown of the container of your love, of your relationship together. And, it's a self-torture, while staying in the relationship is actually a way of trying to protect yourself from the pain of grief and loss, but you're even putting yourself through more pain and the loss of yourself, maybe even your self-respect. It's like sucking yourself down a self-torturing rabbit hole full of shame, resentment, and blame. And doing that, you're compromising your health on all levels. Now, for me, I don't know about you, but my health is the most important thing. Without my health, I'm not able to take care nor of myself, not able to do my work, not able to take care of my daughter, not even my household. Nothing. Like, my health is the first sign things are going down. Going down this rabbit hole, you step away from reality. Instead of dealing with your uncomfortable wound of not feeling enough, of your unworthiness, it's easier to focus on your partner, on the relationship, and then we start having a relationship with our fears and our impulses. Then, next to that, if you're with a partner and you've communicated several times through words but also actions, your needs, your desires, your expectations, and they are not seen, heard, or catered to, this person knows that you're not being realistic about who they are. Staying with them, they know that you're settling because you're staying with them while you've expressed needing, wanting. Otherwise, in your life, they know that they're far from showing up as who you need or want in your life. So it's kind of a survival mechanism for both sides. Staying in a dynamic that does not work, that is unhealthy. One person feeling like they're never enough, the other person being constantly disappointed. Where is this really going? You're suppressing your truth, literally. Compromising your health. And when I talk about health, I don't mean just physical health. I mean your emotional health and your mental health, maybe even your spiritual health. I am someone who literally wears her heart on her sleeve. I lose weight instantly, like to the bone. I become so exposed that when I'm doing bad, I don't want to eat. All I feed myself is toxic thoughts. So exposed to my own damage. My voice dropped a few tones when I got depressed last year. It really started to eat at me, to dim my spirit, dim my light, to shy away. And nothing of this depression was really understood. And at the point of breaking our relationship, I could barely sleep. And the funny thing is, sleep was a daily conflict. I was literally fighting for the sake of my own health. How more obvious could things get, like, really?